Hello and welcome, this is Mousegunner, and we're back with some more of the Flashpoint DLC for BattleTech, picking up right where we left off in the last video, in the middle of a battle. And I believe what is left is just a number of vehicles to get through this one, so let's get moving here. I think the wise thing to do is start with our Jenner and see if we can get some scouting going. They may be able to get around this ridge and see me, so just as a precaution, I'm gonna move into the wood here.
Copy that.
Now let's get through this cutscene. Okay, I think we're gonna sensor lock this one in front. Yeah, so this confirms they're vehicles, and there's two more of them. Let's get the one in front, which I believe is a heavy vehicle. Yeah, Striker. That's a good call because once they get vision of me, this thing will be able to use its LRMs at range. Now, these others could have LRMs as well. It could be a number of different vehicles that could have that. Hopefully we don't have an LRM carrier. That'd be a real problem. We haven't faced one of those yet, I don't think, but we've faced SRM carrier, at least one of those, so that would kind of be... Alright, let's go ahead and move truck at this stage. Just move her up into the woods here, and yeah, having line of sight is better than not, even if it is somewhat interrupted. Go ahead and fire our LRM 20. We've only fired it a couple times, I think, so we have plenty of ammo. We can take this very patiently if I want to. Yeah, I don't think there's a reason to use the precision strike here. And that's the last of the assault vehicles. Okay. So at this point, we just want to really move into better positioning here. So we don't want to give them line of sight if we can avoid it. Although they may be able to get it next turn. If they do get it next turn, then we just need to react by destroying them before they get the opportunity to use it. This guy could be a demolisher, though, so I have to be careful. We can handle this, though, by bracing up.
Affirmative.
Which should give us a lot of defense with this particular character. And then, finally, I'm going to try and go in for some kind of flank by sprinting. Let's sprint up this way. May confuse the AI too. They may try and go up this way. Whether or not they can actually do that depends on the terrain. Maybe not. They may be able to come up this way though. Well, we'll see what happens here. We're going to reserve. I expect this vehicle to move up and get vision of me. Yeah, it's going to do that now. We'll keep it though. Depends on where it ends up. A couple hits there. This vehicle here may be able to move up and see me. So I'm going to hold this guy's actions. We'll see if we can take out the striker with other mechs before we do that. Although that being said, you know what? Let's move Gnarly.
Yes, Commander.
We may be able to hit from the side here. We'll do a jump. And if we're able to kill it, they shouldn't be able to get sight on me. I wouldn't think they would be able to. I don't know if this side has really been hit. It's all frontal hits, unfortunately. Again, I don't think we should waste our precision strike here. Okay, we got the kill. That's the important bit, as it takes the vision away from our enemy. So at this stage, we should just reserve. Now that we know we've done that, and we'll see. If this guy moves first, we'll know if they can establish a line of sight. They weren't able to. As a matter of fact, they moved very little. Let's find out what that is before we jump into things, because one of these could be a demolisher, and I do not want to get hit by a demolisher at that kind of range. So Again, let's try and swing around here. They may not be able to get up here because of the terrain, and even if they can, they have to go through all this jungle, so it'd be kind of difficult for them. So move up.
Moving out.
I think I'm going to sensor lock the one that's already moved. We'll see what that is. I have a suspicion, because it didn't move a lot.
Sensors locked on.
Okay, it's a mana core. So that should have LRMs if I remember correctly. Yeah, LRM 10, PPC. So they've good fire, long-range firepower. So now we can use our Vindicator to poke at range. You know, I'm going to use the Precision Strike even though it's not really that great of a choice, just because now we're going to be attacking from the right side, maybe. So I'm going to hit the right side if I can.
Confirmed.
Of course, it depends on whether the missiles actually want to do that. All right, and that's the last of the vehicles gone, so I can move my mech without any problem, and I now need to remember that I have the hit and run ability, so I can jump in here pretty aggressively. We'll attack from the right side. I also want to see what these guys are.
Engaging jump jets.
We've got a good idea. Okay, what do we have? We have Demolisher and an SRM carrier. Okay, both of those are really scary at close range. Let's go ahead and take out the mana core. Of course, we barely even touched that right side. We could burn another precision strike here. Yeah, what the hell? Let's go for the right side again. I'm actually wondering which has more armor now. The front, because we hit it almost entirely. The problem is the front is, I think, yeah, it's harder to hit now. Alright, we're still going to try and focus our damage here.
All weapons committed.
I don't know if we have enough damage to kill it.
Show me your war.
Even if all of that hit the right side, I don't think we have enough damage here. We're going to reserve with our light mech.
I'm going to hold here. And
All right.
watch out.
Yeah, and of course it didn't even all hit the that side anyway. Now is the best time to use our Vindicator, because we may be able to get the kill on the Manticore. The front armor is really hurt if it hits a lot on the left side, which of course it will, because that's what this game likes to do to you, but... There we go. So that means that...
Vehicle trashed.
the Griffin will be able to hit whoever here now. Which of course we'll want to do so they can't react to it. I'm going to have to be careful though not to overheat with my jump away. So I may just use SRMs here. And I'm going to fire at the SRM carrier. As opposed to the Demolisher, which I'm not likely going to knock out anyway. SRM carrier should have not the best armor. Oop. I don't want to accidentally move there. Okay. So there we go. And fire. And then we should be able to jump away after this. Okay, a little bit of internal structure. Oh, not enough to kill it, though. Alright, so now we can jump back away. Yeah, sure, there's fine.
Engaging jump jets.
I might have gotten the kill if I fired the medium lasers, but I couldn't be sure if we'd overheat with the jumping. You really have to take that into account before you do it. Now we can reserve. And allow one of them to go. Fairly certain that's Demolisher having gone. Now this is the stage where I have to take a gamble here. The more scary thing has moved. Do we go in?
Yes, Commander.
With the... Oh, I can't even get into a spot to see it. Okay, maybe we move gnarly, because maybe we can jump on a better spot. Oh, I really cannot see that SRM carrier. Alright, well... I really don't want to get hit by an SRM carrier. One thing I could do is I could just burn this turn, knowing that
Let's do
you know, we could get hit there. An SRM carrier you really don't want to get hit by because it has so much firepower. It's rather ridiculous. Let's just go ahead and hit the Demolisher here with the sensor lock.
I've got a sensor lock.
Depending on how the SRM carrier moves, we may not even be able to engage it. Yeah, it barely moved, so I don't think we're going to be able to get close enough to engage it. Now, I have to remember, I do have the initiative advantage, so it doesn't matter how I move. But it doesn't look like I cannot see the SRM carrier. And I don't think it would have mattered anyway, because I do need the direct line of sight to be able to fire my weapons here. I don't have any indirect weapons. Yeah, so that was the wise move, because that SRM carrier, if it had attacked me, it would have done a lot of... even if it wouldn't have gotten through armor, it had a lot of chance of hitting me in the head, because of just how many projectiles it fires. So, we're going to go ahead and fire here.
Confirmed.
I don't expect that to kill. Demolisher have a lot of armor. Okay, so... we are going to play it safe here.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, I want to reserve. I have to think of how this is going to go down. I guess we go ahead and jump away with Gnarly, because it doesn't matter when we do that. We're going to want to do that before they can attack me. I'm just going to take it nice and careful, because these are enemies that can do a lot of damage to me, and there's no reason to be silly and get hit by them. So this is where scouts come in very valuably, because you don't actually have to put your men in danger to do any damage. They're being very conservative too.
How's it going?
Well, again, I could move in and attack, and the likelihood I'll kill the SRM carrier is actually pretty high, but just to be on the safe side, what I'm going to do... maybe I'll just stay put. We'll sensor lock the SRM carrier this time. That way we know that we're going to be at least able to hit it with LRMs. And it's going to move slightly up. I mean, we burned through half its armor.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and move up with the Vindicator here, so we're a little closer, so that shot isn't so bad. I'm going to use Precision Strike, though, just to make it more accurate. We'll try and go after whatever armor has already been damaged. Okay, it doesn't seemingly matter, so we'll go after what's a higher chance here.
Okay, I'm on it.
As long as it doesn't hit the... this is actually kind of waste of damage, because we killed the crap out of that thing, like, more...
Move her down.
well, more than we needed. Okay, so we do know, again, we'll be able to move and attack away next turn. The problem is, can we manage the heat with that? Well, I'm still going to get aggressive here. We're continuing to hit the same side, so it's fine. I'll be a little bit more conservative probably with the weapons fire. I'm not going to use my medium lasers. The SRMs are going to be good damage. Heck, you know, if we can hit that all that one side, we may get a kill here, so... oh, is that fire? Oh, he turned around. All right. So the side we need to hit, he turned away from me. I guess that's a good call. Oh yeah, we don't want to use Precision Strike. I didn't realize I was still on that. All right, there we go. So we're not likely going to get a kill here because the bad guy turned away from me. What did we hit? Looks like we spread our damage a lot, so that didn't really do a whole lot. In theory, if I attack with all four of my guys, we'd get the kill, but I'm going to take the most conservative route here. So first, we're going to start with Truck, who's going to get closer and fire the LRM-20. I mean, we'll see how much damage we could do, and then we'll make our decision based off of that. Might be able to go down and stomp it, which would do double damage.
Take this.
Maybe even a death from above attack. That would do a lot of damage against a vehicle. What? Can we get there? Yeah, we can. So it would do double 70, so 140 to a vehicle. Unless they've changed those rules, which I don't think they have. We can actually check that. It should be an effect. Weak against melee. Melee attacks do double damage to vehicles. So we do 140 with a melee attack. I think we go ahead and do that. It's going to be against the rear section. 95% chance to hit. If we miss, then we may be in trouble, but we've got 2 other mechs to come in and help out. Although whether or not they can actually see is another thing altogether, but 140 damage and 1 point from the rear. That was plenty. Well done, Commander. I've alerted our employers. Let's get out of here.
Mission successful.
Alright, that wasn't too bad. Gain some reputation, lose in other places. Let's continue here. So good experience. As far as the salvage goes, I'm going to try and pick up the Yager mech. It could be a potentially good port mech for us. What do we want beside that? Unfortunately, we're just continuing... Oh, hello. Goodbye. You know, when I see plus damage weapons, these are not super common. It seems like they're even less common than they used to be. I know they're a weapon system we already have, but having more of them is... They're well worth picking up over the mech part that we could get there. So this is going to be a solution for the future. So I'll confirm that. Hey, we got the mech part anyway. It looks like we get a Locust 1B, which I'll probably just sell. Not too bad. A lot of S-Herm 6s. We have a lot of those at this stage.
Ready to fight, Commander.
Okay, well, we've seen this before, so I'm not going to read through the description. And then as far as the bay goes, I don't want to have that still in here. No, we are full up, though. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't want this around because I'm going to have to refit it and all that nonsense. We already have a Locust 1M, so we're just going to send that down into storage so that we can sell it. You know, one thing I haven't really been keeping an eye on is my ship upgrades. I must have had one and then just kind of forgotten about it. We may have been tight on money at the time and I just didn't really think about it. So what do we got? Well, that's a lot of money. Okay. I mean, these ones don't really do anything other than just unlock the ability to get other things. Recreation could be good for us on a morale standpoint. Getting the refits faster would be nice as well. This one's kind of cheap to do so. Which one's faster? So we've got 20 days. And we've got 10 days. All right, 10 days will happen sooner. Let's do that one.
All right, I'll get the team on it right away.
Okay, let's take a look at going into the store. If I remember correctly, this place is barren, but we still may be able to sell. Yeah. So we can sell the Locust for a little bit of cash. I mean, this is one of the probably the cheapest mech in the game, I would guess. So let's sell that. Still a good bit of cash. We more or less get back a lot of what we just spent on that upgrade. Okay. Now, as far as contracts in the system, I think we have one more that I would be willing to risk, which would be the 3-skull one. This is kind of getting a little dicey. Now, we do have a travel contract, fortunately, that is a 2.5-skull one. Where are we going for that? Okay, I don't think we've been there before, so we'd have to look on the map to see exactly where this is. But it's good pay, and it's less difficulty than this, and it's better pay and better salvage. I still think we should try this one. What is it? Ambush convoy. Ooh, that might be bad because you have to take into account the escort and the convoy. It could be a difficult mission for us, especially as it's one above where we currently are, maybe a little bit beyond us. But let's take a look at our mech warriors and everything. See what we can do. We just did do a 2.5-skull mission. I believe that was what we just did, and we handled that fairly easily. So I think we may be able to manage. Okay, so what would Guts give me? Gives me a reduction in recoil penalty. Now, eventually, I think we get a heat threshold that we will want. What do we have here? Indirect fire penalty. Neither of those is really doing much for me, so I think I'm going to save. Although, again, Guts will eventually get me somewhere, but it doesn't get me anywhere now. Although, if I take an injury, I will recover faster. Still, I think we should save.
Awaiting orders.
Has enough to get the guts. Yeah, I was right. Overheat threshold. So we get another health point, and we're 1 away from getting this ability, which is what I'm looking for. So you are good to go.
Mech warrior training complete.
We are using
Good to
Scarecrow.
go.
Scarecrow, we're looking to upgrade this, so we're going to save for that.
Yeah?
And then you, let's see. Yeah, you get the overheat threshold here. I'm going to go ahead and take that because it would be important for her. So yeah, let's do that. We'll upgrade a couple of our pilots. I don't think there's anything we want to do in the mech bay necessarily.
Quite a step up from the leopard, isn't it?
So, can we handle this contract? That's the question. Now, I know they're going to give me a warning if I try and take it. Alright, well, I'm going to read the description. So, a regular pirate logistical convoy through this area. So, I don't mind attacking pirates. We'd like you to destroy the convoy and any supplies it might be hauling. Okay, we don't have any information on the defenses. We have at least 1 lance. We get a bonus for that. Okay. What is this mission? So it's an escort mission, so the opposite of what we're just about to do. Who is it against? Made very firm job offers to assign. Okay. Oh, it's pirate. Okay, so pirate and pirate. I think that this is out of the question. It's against pirates again, but 3.5 skulls, that's pushing it a little too far. So I think we do this one. And if it's a bad idea, it's a bad idea. I guess we'll find out. The pirates don't like me enough to give me these contracts, which are the actual difficulty we're looking for, but screw the pirates. We have to pick a side at some point, and the pirates, they're out. So let's go ahead and negotiate here. I may be willing to go a little bit more on salvage, especially as it gives me a 3rd choice. Yeah, let's go with that. I'll regret that if we take a lot of damage, but 3 skull, we might get good salvage unless they're all vehicles, and then this is a bad idea. Hopefully they're not all vehicles. Let's go ahead and accept. I don't think we're going to be changing anything with our loadout. We've got the 2 Vindigators, we've got the Griffin, we've got a Jenner. That's as good as it's going to get for us at the moment. So let us deploy. Yeah, and he's going to say this is a little heavier than we're supposed to be doing with the mechs that we have, but I'm hoping that I'm experienced enough as a commander that I can handle this kind of thing. Alright, here we go. And we have to remember, destroying the escort lance is a secondary mission, so we don't have to do that. There's the pirate logistical convoy commander. Move up to a good vantage point, and let's find out what we're dealing with. Okay. Once the convoy is destroyed, head for the evac point or stick around to mop up the escort. So our evac point's going to be over here somewhere, it sounds like. Luck Commander, Olivia out. So with that in mind, we may want to stick that direction so we could run if it comes down to it.
This heat isn't gonna help anything.
Okay, you're saying this heat's not going to help anything, but in the jungle, actually, jungle is better than normal. Okay, let's jump. Because I don't think we're going to get much further either way. And again, we're going to stick to the left side here so we can escape if we need to. I expect the convoy to come from this direction, but I don't know that for sure. But I'll kind of lean that way.
Acknowledged.
You are also going to jump a little bit ahead of the one in front.
Roger that.
Okay. I don't really want to be facing the wrong direction. If I had gone there, I would have been like facing the wrong way. So let's go there. And you come in here.
I've got eyes on the target.
Where? Where? Got eyes on the target where? There's nothing here. There's a thing here. Is that where they're going? So they're coming straight at me. Okay, they're here. They're here. The escort's here. And they're coming straight through me. Okay. Well, the escort's significantly in front of them, but we can manage. Well, in theory. We can manage in theory. That's... If they're heavier than I am, then we have the initiative advantage, so that we can do a lot with that. Alright, we're keeping an eye on these crosses, seeing if they move. Yep, there they go. There's a convoy. Move very slightly. And there goes the escort. Also moving very slightly. Alright. So let's take a look at this terrain here. So we've got a cliff here. That's going to limit my enemy's maneuvering quite a bit. Interesting. We may want to hit them on top of this ridge. Well, we don't have really any cover on top of that ridge. We could get in behind it, like back here. We only have the one LRM though, so have to keep that in mind. Well, terrain being what it is, I think we sprint up here, because again, we could use that ridge to our advantage, and I don't think jumping is going to get me any further. No, it won't. Sprinting is the ideal. Get distance covered. In your case, jumping actually does make sense, because you have more close-range weapons, which may be a liability in this particular fight. We're definitely going to be in sensor range if I do that. I actually don't want to go that far, because I'm going to be in sensor range if I go to here anyway. We'd be more defensive if I go here. So that's what we're going to do.
Engaging jump jets.
Alright.
Enemy detected.
Got some sensor contacts. Oh, they're well down there. So this might be a pretty easy pickup of a convoy for us. I mean, it depends on what the convoy is, how heavy it is. Yeah, let's run up here. That's not a bad call. Run up. Maybe get some more information here. But also be in behind the ridge. Okay, so definitely a vehicle. Definitely a mech. Alright. I expect this to be an escort. And I see no reason why not to reserve. They have two mediums or two heavies that are acting as mediums. There's a fair amount of movement, so I'm going to lean towards a medium with that one. Are you also medium? Well, we'll find out. I'm crossing my fingers that the convoy is the medium thing, and it's not just going to be a bunch of manticores and things like that. It's starting to lean towards that, isn't it? Okay. We've got things on the heavy scale. And this is clearly an assault. Yeah, this is just going to be like really heavy vehicles here. Well, we can't reserve any more because that's just the way the game works.
Waiting for orders.
I can get vision. That wouldn't be particularly wise. I don't think. I think the wise move here. I think they could get to me. No, that's a lot of distance. I could just stay put, I think. Then again, I could move a little. Let's move a little bit. And then I'm going to sensor lock the mech rather than the vehicle. Maybe not the good call here, but
On my way.
I just need to maneuver into maybe better positioning. We're going to sensor lock what I assume is a medium mech here, but we'll find out.
Got a lock.
It's hunchback, okay. So the thing that we can see here still hasn't gone. That's fine, because what I can do is I can use truck.
Yeah?
Just kind of move along the ridge here. And then hit the hunchback, because it's the only thing we can hit. Probably not going to be a great targeting solution here. I don't think he has any evasion. I still think we should fire it.
Copy that.
Now, full armor for that hunchback. I'm not too surprised with that, though. At this difficulty level. And this contact down here, it did move, okay. Still, this guy hasn't moved. Well, I guess it's not too surprising if it is a convoy after all.
Aye, aye.
But for all I know, that could be a demolisher, you know? We would not like that very much. That hunchback's a problem. We really don't. Which variant is it? That's the one with all the lasers, is it? I try and remember the different letters and what they mean, but yeah, okay, I was right. I think it's the G is the one with the autocannon. Okay, I'm gonna maneuver here. See what we can do with that maneuvering. I mean, I could just jump at him, but I'd probably only get a large laser in there, and then he'd be able to counterattack me pretty good, so. Come on, move. There we go. Because if it moves up enough, we could hit and run it. Okay. Well, this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.